Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. It is a Tuesday, just a day to the much awaited Kimbi Kimbi tomorrow, Wednesday. Each and every Kenyan has prepared himself or herself for tomorrow. And I want to thank Kenyans for standing firm and saying, if the government doesn't want to listen to us, then we will show them that power belongs to the people. Before I take you into today's politics, I asked you for food for the starving kids of Nyabondo in Kisumu County, the children who were left alone by parents years ago. I want to thank each and every one of you, those who contributed to this cause. May God abundantly bless you. I want to confirm that the team on the ground purchased some food items yesterday and they delivered them to the family. Kaka, because they are young and they might misuse the food, we saw it wise that we buy them food in bits. So the first batch arrived yesterday, and when they finish it, there will be added another one. So we are estimating that the food you donated will run up to 2 to 3 months as we wait for a long-lasting solution for those kids. So whoever contributed to this cause, may God richly bless you. This is the first bit. They finish this one, they'll be given another one. So we'll give them in bits until whatever you donated is exhausted. I want to also say that we are transporting seats and beds to the orphans in Keumbu today. And I want to thank each and every person who took part in purchasing the beds, the seats, and the tables. So we are delivering those items today. Lastly, we are taking a break until October. We are taking a break of building houses or any other charity work until October because of the financial constraints. We are going to resume in October. As we take a break, I wish you the very best. Kaka, there's something I've been telling you and people are taking it for granted. I have been frequently telling you that in this fight, finally everybody will join us on board. The judiciary will join us, the media will join us, the activists will join us, the civil society. I told you, everyone is coming on board. And as I am speaking today, the only people who are outside this war is the National Assembly. Why am I saying this? I have been warning the police in several videos on this platform. I have been telling the police, there's no need for you to kill your brother on the streets. Then in the evening, you go back sleeping hungry. In the evening, you find your house has been locked because of lack of rent. Because I know the police environment in this country is pathetic. In fact, if there are people who should thank Raila Odinga, are the police. If there are people who should join Raila Odinga for this cause, it is the police. Why? The life the police are living is hand to mouth. When a police officer is ordered in the morning to go and counter maandamano, they are never given risk allowances. They are never given breakfast allowances. They are never given lunch allowances. Police are sent from police stations to go and counter protesters. Hungry, they have nothing to eat. There is no risk allowances, just that. In case you get injured, you carry your own responsibility. You treat yourself. You go back home and your wife will treat you. So I've been telling our police force, before you act on demonstrators, please, these people are fighting on your behalf. I know the police cannot protest physically and publicly, but I know deep in your hearts, munaumia because of the kind of life you are going through. So, the police should understand they are not any special. Police are not buying sugar at 50 shillings. Police are not fueling their cars at 70 shillings. If the economy is going to sink, we all of us sink together. If the cost of living is going to go up, it goes up for all of us. Whether you are a police officer, whether you are a journalist, whether you are a teacher, whether you are who you are, the cost of living, it hits us squarely and fairly. It doesn't discriminate. Now, there was a meeting of commanders, and the police this time round have stood their ground, and they have said, if you, the government, you will not provide security. Security means protective gears, which Kenya doesn't have. We are not moving out of our barracks. The police have spoken in a loud voice that Kindiki can hear. The police have said the people are powerful than us. That's what they said. In a report from Citizen TV, which I'm going to shortly share, the report reports that the police stood their ground and they said, we are not going to the streets if you, the government, you cannot provide a protective gear to us. Why? The people we are countering, they are unarmed, they don't have guns, but they are more powerful than you may think. And this is what I've been telling Kenya Kwanza government. The power of the people supersedes guns and bullets. The power of the people is more powerful than the rifles. It's more powerful than snipers. When the people decide, there is no amount of power that can be against them. And you know, tomorrow Wednesday, the people have decided they are taking back their economy, whether you like it or not. Tomorrow is a dark day for this country. Unless things change, which we have no control over. Unless things change. Unless misimamo ibadilike kabla ya siku ya kesho. But kama kila mtu atashikilia kwamba tomorrow is the day, oh God, pray for our nation, ladies and gentlemen. The report further says, and I've been telling you this for intelligence, that the police force is divided. The police are divided. There are those who are not willing to go to Maandamano, and there are those who feel like their tribes are targeted. So those are the kind of people who are willing to go to the streets. And I told them, tomorrow's war is not about a tribe. Tomorrow's war is not about the Kalenjin. It's not about the Kikuyu. We only have one common enemy, the cost of living. That is the tribe we are fighting with. Lakini nyinyi mnaosema ati our tribe is targeted. Oh, our leader is targeted. Let me tell you. Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, there is going to be a new dawn in this country. But first, before I conclude, I want to give you a compiled report done by Chemtai Goen of Citizen TV on how the police stood their ground and said no to Maandamano if the government cannot give us protective gear. And I know the government doesn't have those protective gear. So it is just short enough to conclude that the police have rejected to go and counter the Maandamano. It will be messy and will have casualties. Listen to this report.
Following the chaos, mayhem, destruction and death witnessed last Wednesday in opposition-led anti-government protests, where government installations were seemingly overrun by the rowdy protesters, the leadership of the police held a meeting to review the events as they prepared for yet another round of protests, this time running for 3 concurrent days, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday.
I accept on Wednesday we did not do very well as law enforcement agencies. I promise that this week and going forward, the country is ready to deal with the dangerous criminals in our midst who are terrorizing millions of Kenyans and have made millions of the people of Kenya to be subdued in fear.
And it appears it is this admission that caused a change of tack. Mid-morning, all county and regional commanders were holed up in a meeting at the Nairobi area police station to put their heads together and identify the obstacles. They later converged in Embakasi for yet another meeting, this time encompassing the Deputy Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja. Conveniently absent was Interior National Administration CS Professor Kithure Kindiki and Inspector General of Police Japhet Koome, in order to allow the police to open up. A source intimated to Citizen TV that police decried lack of sufficient kits and equipment, which progressively left them exposed and overrun by the protesters. In last week Wednesday's protests, 6 police officers were injured, most of them hit by stones on the head. The police are also said to have listed fatigue as a major challenge and that their welfare was not being addressed as they have not been paid allowances due to them. There were also claims by some of the officers of favoritism among the senior ranks. These reports are expected to be presented to ministry officials and also the IG ahead of the Wednesday protest. While investigations to unmask those behind the Mlolongo and Kitengela chaotic episodes that resulted in deaths and destruction intensify, sources revealed to Citizen TV that there was division over the incidents since some senior government officials were reportedly aware of the impending attack but did not share the intelligence reports with local police officers for enforcement, causing Kitengela and Mlolongo police stations to be overrun. With more meetings lined up for the coming days as the government moves to assert its authority, the eyes will once again be on the men in uniform who have been accused of high-handedness during the protest and on whether issues they have raised will be promptly addressed. Chemutai Goin, Citizen TV, Nairobi.
Kenyans of goodwill, this is a trusted report. These are not my own words. I've been telling you this, but I'm happy that it's coming to pass in this particular day. Some of you have not been trusting my words. I told you a long time ago that the police are divided in this cause. I've been telling you that police are not willing in this journey. Why? They are also suffering. You thought I'm propelling innuendos? You thought I'm propelling propaganda? I've been telling you even the police will join us. You thought I've been propelling propaganda. I hope now the report from Citizen TV can convince you that the government is losing this battle if Zakayo cannot come down from a sycamore tree and meet Jesus Christ, change his life, be saved, and begin a new journey in salvation. I want to thank each and every Kenyan who is taking part in growing this platform. Lastly, I want to ask all Kenyans, I am an ambassador of peace. Kenyans, we have a Kenya to build. We have come a long way. Our democracy is on trial. But I believe by the end of Friday, we shall have what Kenyans want, what Kenyans will celebrate for. Raila Odinga has always said, Kenyans have never lost a liberation struggle. Since independence, Kenyans have, that one I'm also convinced in my mind, Kenyans have never lost a liberation struggle to the dictators. And I hope this one, Kenyans will not lose it. We are with God, they are with bullets. I know this journey is tough, but only The hard-hearted will emerge victorious. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. See you in the next video. Asanteni sana. Mungu abariki.